what's going on with Justin Trudeau? Well, it turns out, and he explained this today.
I have a little confession to make. I have a slight learning disability.
I was very angry about what was going on in Canada. I didn't like the way it was run.
Justin Trudeau, the dictator of the North, he will have no problem trouncing on the rights of Canadians who are protesting, who really what helped open and end COVID was those truckers who risked everything there. And this a-hole, cold weather dictator closed their bank accounts and just completely took away their rights. And
the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, got caught wearing blackface. And a lot of people are pretending to be very, very surprised. But are you really surprised? In fact, you probably could have guessed it, actually.
In Canada's lockdowns are fucking preposterous. And by the way, did you see Trudeau yesterday on TV using different pronouns to describe the recession and the recovery?
The she session?
Yeah, did you see that?
I didn't actually watch it, but I did.
Jordan Peterson's Instagram or his Twitter page, he retweeted it and said that this cannot be shared enough. Like, people need to understand how ridiculous this person is. But
he's the worst.
What is he doing, though? Why would he do that? Like, what's the motivation to do that? He's just making up for all the times he wore brown face?
It is exactly the example of the kinds of things you need to do to counter the she session and turn it into a she covery. Fact is, the Conservatives don't talk about that in their lengthy platform. They don't talk about feminism. They don't talk about the impact on women of this crisis. It is
what?
Like, is it that the recession is sexist? So he's called. What the fuck is a she session? Like,
what does that mean?
I don't know.
She session and she covery?
I think he's probably. I'm assuming
he's such a tryhard.
He's such a loser.
Trudeau brags about being a feminist. Use the wrong word in his presence, and he'll launch into a self-righteous lecture.
The Liberal Party believes that terrorists should get to keep their Canadian citizenship. Because I do. And I'm willing to take on anyone who disagrees with that.
What is the nature of your thoughts, gentlemen, when you say you move your lips in a particular way?
okay, all right. I am numeric. What that means is I have an inability to handle small numbers and little calculations, those easy things that people do so well. The commitment needs to be a commitment to grow the economy, and the budget will balance itself.
During the pandemic, I was very pissed off. I didn't like it. I think it was an attack on our freedom. We had curfew and this I'm not afraid. Some people are like, oh, you shouldn't become a political. This is not right. This is about, I think is about freedom. I was not happy about what the decision that were made. I think it was an attack on the freedom, and I think everybody should have had the decision of choosing the right to make the decision. Do I want to be vaccinated or not? And
getting that shot really was an amazing feeling. It hits you.
But if you're not vaccinated, you're not allowed to do this. Like, man, you have no life. This was wrong. I don't agree with that decision.
Yeah, it started to feel like privatized communism to me in a way.
But I think I was not agree with the decision.
Yeah,
and it's my right to say so.
Right.
But if I would have said it at the time, maybe they would have put down my Instagram, put down all my stuff.
What was about protests in general? It was something like, we have a vibrant democracy here in Canada, and we value protests. But it was something like, but when you use protest to protest, to object to the policies of the government, I think you're going too far. Well, what the fuck is protest for, except to object to the policies of the government?
It was quite shocking, everything that happened in that protest, because they seized the bank accounts of 200 Canadians, and that was not amusing. And Trudeau has no idea what that did to Canada's international reputation. That was not a good precedent.
Okay, wait, go back. They seized the bank accounts of what people who were in the protest?
They seized some bank accounts of some people who only sent money to the protest, like through Give, Send, Go, and GoFundMe and so forth. So,
Oh, I see.
yeah. So you didn't even have to be at the protest.
When you say seized, they froze it. They didn't take their money. They just froze it. So they
froze their credit cards. They froze their mortgage payments. They locked them out. So they locked them out of the financial system entirely.
That is creepy.
It's really bad.
Justin Trudeau may be the most sanctimonious head of state on planet Earth. So of course he was leading a secret life as a racist. Turns out there are now at least 3 separate instances of Justin Trudeau wearing blackface. And as he conceded today, there could absolutely be more.
You left us with the impression there was only one other incident, and since then, Global News has released a video which seems to show that there was at least a 3rd incident. So exactly how many times have you darkened your skin with makeup in an act that you have yourself described as racist?
I shared the moments that I recollected, but I recognize that it is something absolutely unacceptable to do. And I appreciate calling it makeup, but it was blackface.
Unacceptable. But he did it at least 3 times, maybe more.